Hi, I'm live. Okay, so usually I have to worry about what to watch, but today I do not have to worry about what to watch because I already know what I'm gonna watch. We're gonna watch Project 356 is over. Let's find out what happens.
So for years, you've been seeing this weird Instagram account pop up on your feed. It's counting down from 1356 all the way up. No caption,
Oh,
no explanation.
oh,
It's just a countdown. And a lot of people got curious. What was I counting down to? I saw some crazy theories like World War III, world ending, me having cancer and I'm dying. The craziest one was like all of these videos are pre-recorded and I'm already dead. Everyone had their theories, but no one actually knew the truth. Project 3056 is a promise I made to myself that I have 1,356 days to achieve six of my biggest goals.
oh,
And if I couldn't achieve those six goals, I would be publicly embarrassed by all of you. My entire life, up till I was 22, I wanted deeper meaning, I wanted purpose, I had no drive, no motivation for my life. And the only thing I could think about was how can I change my life for the better. I tried going to college. I tried the traditional route. I tried a lot of advice that people give me. I started multiple businesses, all failed. But then on April 16, 2022, I had an idea. What if I do this? All I wanted was to make myself and my parents proud. Then I heard from a YouTube video that having a clear, cutthroat deadline to achieve all of your goals and to be publicly announcing it would be probably one of the best ways to hold yourself accountable. So
that's kind
basically
of
what I
wild.
did, I turned my life into a countdown. Every single day I would go up to that whiteboard, write it down, and to see that number going down was a reminder to me that life is limited. So
Yeah.
now let's get to the six goals.
Oh,
I wrote them all in this book. Looking back on this list, it looks kind of goofy, I have to say.
okay.
I don't know why I wrote some of these down, but I'm not going to judge the 2022 version of myself. The first one is to achieve 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
To do it?
I only achieved 5,000.
That's okay.
The second one was to get my business administration degree.
Mhm.
I dropped out to pursue social media.
Okay.
Third one was to achieve a nice body with a weight of 185 pounds. I did not achieve this goal, unfortunately.
Me
The
neither.
fourth
Hold on.
one was to have an income of 10,000 per month. I did achieve this one
Let's
with
go.
the social media business I have. And the fifth one, I don't know why I wrote this one, was to own a successful business that makes a profit of 10,000 per month. I really was obsessed with the numbers here. I don't know why
There's
I
a
did
YouTube
that, but
channel.
I did it this one as well.
Not nice.
And the sixth one was to become a great music producer, pianist, composer. So my interests have changed actually for this last one, and I no longer want to achieve that anymore. You might ask why 1,356 days? Why so specific? Well, there's a few reasons. 1 year felt like too short, and 5 years felt like too long. The reason why I picked January 1st, 2026 actually has to do with the second goal I had, was to achieve my business administration degree. So in reality, if I did pursue university, I would have graduated this year. Then I asked Google how many days until January 1st, 2026, and it gave me 1,356 days. As soon as I heard that, it just felt perfect. I was like, such a beautiful number. Everything clicked. It was like I have 1,356 days to achieve all six of my goals. And the whole countdown thing was just a reminder for me that time is slipping by. And if you don't change your life, this timer is gonna go hit zero, like it did. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this video is not easy for me to make. Failing 4 out of 6 of your goals and to publicly announce it to not been what I expected to do. I thought by now I would have achieved all six of my goals and that I would be celebrating the wins with you guys, but I failed. However, I wanted to say that 1,356 days doesn't only change your results, it also changes your values. Some of the goals that were super important to you at 22, you don't even care about when you're 26. My degree doesn't appeal to me, and my musical career, I don't care about. But the big insight I learned from doing this countdown was that achieving everything at once is pretty difficult and kind of impossible. What you need to do is to focus on one goal at a time and try to achieve one and then go to the next one. And even though I didn't achieve all six of my goals, I'm in a way, way much better position in life than I was 4 years ago. It's funny how the countdown I created to post every single day to hold myself accountable without telling a single soul what this countdown and project is about has subliminally translated in other people improving their lives. We have countless of people in my comment section counting down to the day they're married, counting down that they're quitting alcohol or going to the gym or just anything that are trying to document something in their lives. It became a public tracker where people can come and see how everyone is improving their lives within this community. 1356 has turned into the symbol of alignment to improve yourself every single day, and that every single day matters. And it's not about what happens when the number turns zero. It's about who you become when that number turns zero. So now you might be wondering, what's next now? Is it over? Is the project over? Is the countdown over? Well, no. Good news that I am starting another countdown.
Fuck off.
And it's called Project 1356 Part 2. But this time it's with you guys. On January 7th, we will be announcing Project 1356 Part 2.
You just did.
And if you want to join, the rules are pretty simple.
Yeah.
Come up with 6 life-changing goals and 1,356 days to achieve them. The rule is to not tell anyone what you're counting down to. You can post about it in my comment section to connect with other people that have similar interests to you, but not the specific 6 goals that you're counting down. The reason why I don't like to tell others my goal, nothing good comes out of it. People just like to either give you a good reaction, which gives you a fake dopamine hit as if you already achieved that goal, which makes you less likely to achieve your goal, or they bash it and they just give you their own opinion because they don't see your vision. And to answer the last question that people have been having about why do I have in my bio Project 1356 till I die, the reason for that is not because once the countdown hits zero, I'm going to be dying. It's that I'm going to continue the countdown until the day I die. That means if I have to start 10, 20, 30 countdowns before I die, I'll do that. And I'll enjoy the ride with every single one. That's it. That's the project explanation. Hope I answered all of your questions. I am very thankful for all of the support that you guys have shown me. I'm very thankful for all the kind messages that people have left for this project, and hopefully we can grow this project even bigger than what it is now. For the next one, the part 2, I want to thank you guys for all the crazy theories you've been commenting. I always get entertained by those, and I just wanted to give a final call to write your 6 goals today. You have 7 days to come up with the best 6 goals of your entire life, and together we'll start the 1356 countdown again, starting January 7th. And with Project 1356 every day. Goodbye.
I don't know if I'm doing anything for that. Let's check. Kickback. see, I don't know what I expected. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be something that like affected me at all. So I'm not pissed. Uh, I mean, I guess that's over. I've got like only 12 minutes. What the fuck? Probably get a job right. I wouldn't mind watching some Taku get a job. Yep. Let's watch some Taku get a job.
Don't start your day with a gross piece of plastic in your hand. Adding to the 4 billion plastic toothbrushes that get thrown away each year.
That's
Here's
a
a much-
lot. Alright.
I think it has.
Interrupt them, tell them they're wrong, tell them they let up for a rapist, tell them all this shit, and it's nothing new. So you guys don't debate me. You actually just repeat yourself over and over. So do you think
Both
Camp,
facts of that.
bro,
We do
got
debate you facts.
160 million views on X for his fraud, and News Nation just went to 2 different huge ass warehouses and confirmed everything he said, okay? And then
No, that was not confirmed. CBS actually did not confirm everything he said. That's
I
wrong.
didn't say CBS, I said News Nation. Did you hear me?
Well, I'm saying a different source that specifically did not clarify.
So any TikToker that gets on there tries to from
For a package of everything goes
that
sense.
has gone to the borders. You wouldn't go to the borders and interview all these people speaking different languages.
Yeah, 'cause
He
it's not my
speaks
job.
Spanish too and interviews them speaking Spanish.
So then why doesn't he come talk to me? Let's have a conversation about it.
I would love to see you and Dean at the border when literally the border was being infiltrated and he was interviewing
The border was being infiltrated.
60 different countries.
You're just embarrassing, okay?
No,
I don't
you're embarrassing.
I have no issue with people coming from countries around the world. I think immigration is a great thing, and the reason why you hate on immigration is because you don't want competition.
Yeah, that's a great thing for a snowflake to say. But
You're scared of the competition. That's why you're a snowflake.
Hey, Parker, you know where Fairfield, California is? Because I know you're in LA.
I don't actually.
So Fairfield, California is by Vacaville and Vallejo. Okay? And it's all mixed. And I'm a white boy. I love everybody. I just went to a whole black bar for an ugly sweater party because Mac Mole was there. And Goldie from the Federation.
Why are you telling me this?
Mac
Who
Mole
asked?
is?
Who asked?
Because you just talked shit and said I was what?
What did I say?
You forgot what you said already?
Tell me.
Parker, you just said I'm scared of other races. And I'm scared of their, what? In competition?
No, I asked you if you're scared of other people coming here from different countries. Right, that's what I asked.
Not at all.
And competition. That's what I asked. But I didn't even bring up racism.
20 million illegal immigrants are here. Which
There's 11 to 14 million.
They have 450 houses that they just rented in Minnesota just for these care homes for the kids. Okay?
There were more people that came under the Biden-Harris administration. Did you know there were more people that came?
That's
No.
400.
No. Did you know there were more people that came into the Biden-Harris administration that were legally coming to the country than came undocumented?
Awesome. Can I finish? If 450 houses are rented in Minnesota for fraudulent daycares, that means 450 families could have rented those homes. Now, if 20 million people are deported and that's enough to fill up 30 small fucking states, if they're deported, how many rentals do you think will be available then? Okay, that's 450 rentals just from scam daycare, right? You guys wonder why inflation is so high and food is so high. Because 20 million people are here that shouldn't be here, eating our food, renting our homes, fucking renting apartments, you name it. You're fucking hilarious. Come on, smart guy. You're smarter than Elon Musk, dude. Come on. You should know this shit.
So take a listen to this. This is gonna prove you wrong. But listen. Take a listen. Take a listen. I know listening is difficult for you, but if you want to actually, watch, he can't do it. He can't do it. You want to listen?
Are you gonna respond?
Yeah, I am directly gonna respond if you shut up.
Sure, go for it.
Thank you very much. Good boy. So again, in terms of this, you said 20 million people here. No evidence of that. There's 11 to 14 million people here, and they don't just increase demand for goods and services. They also increase supply. So what you're not taking into account is that again, it's not just going to be upward pressure on price. Listen, you can't listen, can you? It's not. It is not just upward pressure on these. Hey, dude, do you want to stop speaking?
Well, you're just gonna keep steamrolling, and I'm not gonna be able to respond to what you said right there.
All right. Well, I was addressing all the points you had already made. So apparently, under your own definition, you already steamrolled.
How many out of 11 to 14 million are legally able to work?
I would say that if we look at the labor force participation rate, it's around 60 to 70% of people.
So 60%, so that'd be 5 million. And how much money do they bring into the
Wait,
economy?
what? Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say 5 million is 60% of 14
Out of the
million?
11 million you said was here.
5 million is not 60% if it's 11
What's
million.
60% of 11 million?
It's going to be 6, like a little bit over 6.
60%? Okay, 6 million. So are those 6 million legally able to work? Yes.
Yes, they are
So
working.
how much money do they bring into the economy?
Over $100 billion in 2022.
So do the 6 million divided by 100 billion. What does that come to?
It's 6 million divided by 100 billion. You mean 100 billion divided by 6 million? You can't do math, can you? It's 100 billion divided by 6 million.
That's what I just said.
You can ask yourself that.
So what is it?
I don't know. I have to do the math.
Do the math real quick so you can see how much you put
I
in the
don't know.
economy. before
Like,
you keep
I
making
agree
the
with
math over
Pop
and
on
over
this,
and
by
over.
the way. I want to say, like,
You've been doing this for a very long time. You don't even
not
know how
the
much
best
they
way
really
to
do.
put it.
Yeah, I didn't know the per capita rate off the top of my head. Whoa, Parker owned. You didn't know the per capita rate off the top of his head. Whoa! Oh my God! Look at that! No way!
I'm recording this. Do it real quick.
You said Dean again.
For Parker, fuck. Sorry, you guys look like twins.
What?
Go ahead. What's this? 100 billion divided by 6 million. So you can see how much each person puts in the economy.
16 grand.
That's a lot.
So that's 16 grand a year they put in the economy. And we should jump up and down for joy for
Yeah,
that.
it's either that or it would be 1,600.
Wait, which one is it? Just do the math on a calculator.
I did.
16
I just
grand and 1,600 are 10 times different.
I didn't have commas, so I might have accidentally clicked one less.
So which is
Zero.
it? 1,600 or 16 grand?
It looks like about 16 grand.
This
Or
is-
almost 17 grand.
Are you sure? So do you think that's enough to put in the economy and to get all the kickbacks and everything else they're getting? Because if you make 16, 17 grand a year, you still qualify for food stamps and financial aid. You know that, right?
Wait, that's how much they paid in per person, so they would make more than 16
Per
grand.
person. So per person, that's how much they paid in. So do you know if you make under a certain amount per year, you still qualify for Section 8 EBT and food stamps?
Yeah, this isn't saying that they make 16 grand a year. It's saying that they pay that to federal, state, and local services.
Okay, so if they pay 16 grand, how much do they make?
It depends on their level of tax. It'd be dependent on the individual.
Okay, paying 16 grand, and like I said, all the benefits that are getting kicked back is not enough, bro. Sorry.
Well, you could say it's not enough, but then you should say that we should provide legal pathway to citizenship, so they would be paying more.
We do. We get a million citizens per year. And you know, economists have said why we only do a million per year? Because housing and food and everything else doesn't pick up fast enough to accommodate 5 million a year.
I don't think that's true. I think we could increase. I think we could increase our.
Do you think should be able to come in and every week?
I think 3 million
Hello.
people is a fair number.
It's up here.
12 to 15 small
Yeah.
you think that'd be okay when we don't build houses fast enough?
Well, I think that it would help us build houses quicker to have more people in our system that are working.
How would that help us build? What builds houses is contractors, and they're
Yeah, and contractors hire people, right? So if there's more people to hire,
if they're
and there's more
slowly- if they're
contractors, there's going to be more building.
building is going down. You know that, right? That's why plumbers are more wanted.
That's actually because of domestic manufacturing costs being more expensive in this country because of the inflationary pressure due to tariffs. So I don't know why you brought that up.
happens every year. Inflation. My grandma bought a house.
Wait, can you name one housing affordability policy that Trump has advocated for?
It's called deportation.
That's not a housing affordability policy because it also decreases.
I guess you don't
Not
understand
only does
what
it
happened
decrease,
when 10
listen,
million
listen.
people are kicked out
Not
of
only
the
does it
United States.
decrease demand for labor, but it also decreases supply of labor. To do that,
Okay, guess what? Then
you're
if you
reducing
have
how many houses
somebody
are being
that's
built,
embarrassed
too.
to get a job that gets a high enough wage. If you own a business, you would know that literally they barely check for workers that are working under the table. Okay? They barely do. And they don't check too much on wages. And now, if you're under the table, I promise you, you're not going to be being paid the same amount as somebody that was on the book. Okay? That's why you're
So
being
provide
paid
them a
under the
legal pathway that's quicker.
table. I told you we already have one.
No, we don't. It takes years to go through the system.
I actually cannot be
Yeah, but
asked
we
to
do a
watch
million people per year.
debate the same
We
person.
should be doing more than that.
How about these other countries should stop being fraudulent and just start building up in
What's what? That's what Alex O'Connor was responding to Jehovah's Witnesses anti-gay indoctrination because I can't be asked.
We have had thousands of years to
We
make
have.
a complete U-turn when it comes to homophobia. And every time I think that humanity might just have managed it, some bullshit like this comes and slaps me in the face and makes me hate the world again. Here we have a fine example of the indoctrination of children into the Christian faith and the acceptance of its ignorant principles. It is incredibly dangerous to make such abhorrent content and aim it at children who, after all, will be the leaders of the next generation societies and governments. You can cry religious freedom all you like, but frankly, I don't give a flying God-forsaken arse of a gay Mohammed.
But
If you haven't yet been unlucky enough to come across this astonishing video, then allow me to present it to you here. Okay, I'm just going to stop you there because they're quoting Matthew 19 on the title slate, but if we actually contextualise that part of the Bible, we'll find that it's got nothing to do with homosexuality and everything to do with the adversity of divorce. So I have no idea why they're trying to use this part of the Bible to support their argument. Let's carry on.
well,
Look, Mom. I drew a family in school today.
well,
Wow! I didn't have time to finish Caleb's face. Carrie drew two mommies. She told me they're married to each other. My teacher says that all that matters is that people love each other and that they're happy.
good.
Well, people have their own ideas about what is right and wrong.
Okay, good start, but people have different ideas of right and wrong, so we should respect these differences and accept each other's choices.
But what matters is how Jehovah feels.
Of course not.
He wants us to be happy, and he knows how we can be happiest. That's why he invented marriage the way he did.
You mean one man and one woman?
Exactly.
Yes, one man and one woman. Except for the multiple cases of polygamy dotted throughout the Bible, 15 of which are conveniently and alphabetically recorded here.
Look at Genesis 1:27. Jehovah created Adam and Eve, male and female.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, this doesn't support your argument. It's not homophobic to understand that, scientifically speaking, for children to be born, a male and a female must have sexual intercourse. I'm assuming that God knew this, so naturally he would employ a person of each gender to start populating the earth. This doesn't necessarily mean he hates gays, just that he has a basic understanding of fundamental human biology. If I have the ability and the opportunity to populate a brand new planet with a new species, I too, being someone who fully accepts homosexuality, start with a male and a female. Because if I didn't, then there wouldn't be any people born to be gay in the first place.
Then in Genesis 2:24, he said that a man will stick to his wife.
Unless, of course, the man decides to, I don't know, have sex with his wife's slave or something, but of course, no one important actually does that in the Bible. Except fucking Abraham.
Later, Jesus said the same thing. Jehovah's standards haven't changed. It's kind of like going on an airplane. What would happen if someone wanted to bring something on the plane that wasn't allowed?
You can't go on the trip.
Right. It's the same with Jehovah.
Except it's not, is it, really? It may or may not have occurred to the writers of this cartoon, but there's a slight difference between two consenting adults having sex in the privacy of their own home and the possibility of a fucking bomb being brought on an aeroplane. Homosexuality is not a threat to national security. Bringing prohibited items onto an aeroplane is. What conclusion are you trying to draw?
He wants us to be his friend and live in paradise forever.
Unless, of course, well, let's see, you are gay, unable to prove that you're a virgin, eat fat, eat pork, eat shrimp, worship Kim Kardashian, say, oh my god, don't mutilate your penis, work on a Sunday, ignore a priest, ignore your parents, get around with haircut, shave your beard, all live in Palestine. Other than that, yeah, sure.
But we have to follow his standards to get there. At Matthew 7:13 and 14, it talks about the road leading to paradise.
Yes, this is a good one. Matthew 7:13 does indeed talk about the narrow path to heaven, but in the same fucking chapter, literally 17 verses beforehand, is the very famous, judge and you shall be judged. Look at this. Judge not, that you be not judged, for with the judgment you pronounce you will be judged, and with the measure you use it will be measured to you. Which is basically justification for me to make this video. video telling you, creator of this cartoon, that you're a fucking imbecile.
To get there, Jehovah says we have to leave some things behind. That means anything Jehovah doesn't approve of.
Well, then I wish Jehovah would be a bit fucking clearer about what he does approve of. With all the contradictions in the Bible, it looks like we're all fucked for the afterlife.
But I want everyone to get to paradise.
So does Jehovah. And you know what? People can change.
That includes you, you ignorant homophobe.
Like,
That's why we
I
share
don't
his
think he's
message.
changed his sexuality.
So,
I reckon it's like
What can you say to Carrie?
Well, I could tell her about the paradise. I could tell her about the animals and the resurrection.
Or you could leave her the fuck alone, you ignorant homophobe.
That's awesome. Let's practice.
Yeah, awesome. Look, they just randomly opened the Bible to start learning more. Why don't we do the same? Thus, both the daughters of Lot became pregnant by their father. Let's go a bit further back. I do not permit a woman to teach or exercise authority over a man, rather she is to remain quiet. Third time's lucky, right? And I will make them eat the flesh of their sons and their daughters, and everyone shall eat the flesh of his neighbor in the siege and in the... Maybe probably not the best idea, actually. The main this abhorrent video is that you should inflict your harmful and ignorant beliefs on others wherever possible. What we have here is, look kid, there's a few lines in this book that we... Let's go and forcibly spread this message by knocking on people and telling them that they shouldn't be gay. I want you to imagine for a second a Muslim talking to his child. Look kid, there are a few lines in this book that we've chosen to believe in that say that we should decapitate those who criticize Islam. Let's go and forcibly spread this message by knocking on people's doors and cutting their heads off. I assure you, if a Muslim was using the same repulsively intolerable logic as you are, you'd have a lot more to worry about than a knock on the door and an uncomfortable chat. Look, I respect everyone's right to hold opinions. That does not necessarily mean that I have to respect the opinions themselves. Speaking of which, if you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button down below. And if you didn't, then give it a thumbs down. But do be advised, for every dislike this video gets, I'll be donating an extra £10 to the LGBT Health and Wellbeing Society. Subscribe for more. I've been Alex O'Connor with chokepromotion.wordpress.com.
Speak your Alex. Ooh, let's watch Peacock 3D over.
Love Roblox?
No,
Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards.
no.
Sign up for Microsoft Rewards.
Day one of Phobos. Here we go. I'm recording this from Michelle's setup, but the rest of the days will be from my house. So shout out to Michelle. Anyways, this beginning is definitely the easiest part of Phobos. You just have to jump through some fakes, and once you know what to do, it's kind of impossible to fail. Then you head into this memory cube section. And honestly, it was a little confusing on what I was supposed to do. This is one on-screen orb timing that you had to hit, and then this one semi-tricky orb click, and then we head into one of the worst sections of Phobos, this UFO, where if you mess up your click pattern, you will die to this spike. Luckily, though, everything after the UFO is actually pretty easy. Then it throws into this wait part. But a few people have told me that it's a common choke point, but since I beat Sonic Wave, this is no problem. I'm never gonna beat the wave carried allegations, am I? But it's once you reach 50% where the true difficulty of Phobos kicks in. Starting with this ship transition. And even for my first day of practice, it was causing me problems. I don't have too much practice with momentum-based ship because you essentially just have to trust yourself that you can control your way through. You don't play this shit. You just believe in it. But god damn it, it's so annoying because this section is so hard. So why is everything else of Phobos so goddamn easy? I'm telling you, everything before this point is like hard demon gameplay at max. But it's fine. Actually, no, it's not fine. It gets worse. See, I made this comment about Phobos. I think this will take me a week. I don't think it'll be too bad. No, a week. Okay. Yeah, just 7 days. Why is this video 30 minutes long? Then comes a 60% dual ship. And in this ship, you have to pray to the gods that your ship is aligned. Because half of the time, your ship will be misaligned, making this part literally impossible. See, Phobos is legendary because it introduces a new skill type. There's skill-based gameplay, memory-based gameplay, and then this is faith-based gameplay, which teaches you the only way to pass this part is by praying to our Jesus. Because I swear to God, this part
Oh my god, I
you
haven't
are
tried
a
since
man from the ship and turns into
2024.
the infamous
Oh, what's
Phobos.
the end one?
one that everyone recognizes. Because damn, this whole